By the way, Jimmy, this is
Hi.
Hello.
Ano nga pa pangalan nito?
May nakalimutan ka ba?
Good memory makes a difference. Memo Plus Gold, pure and natural bako pamonyera. Lamang ang brainy good.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Memo Plus Gold ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
By the way, Jimmy, this is
Hi.
Hello.
Ano nga pa pangalan nito?
May nakalimutan ka ba?
Good memory makes a difference. Memo Plus Gold, pure and natural bako pamonyera. Lamang ang brainy good.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Memo Plus Gold ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
By the way, Jimmy,
Hop movers, hop movers. Biyahe, delivery, panalo sa hop movers. Extra kita at savings sa backloading delivery. Asenso ang negosyo sa hop movers. Safe ang kargamento sa hop movers.
Sa Hop Movers, up to 50% dagdag kita kada biyahe. Up to 30% savings for senders on backloading.
Asenso ang negosyo sa hop movers. Safe ang kargamento sa hop movers.
Hop on sa Hop Movers. Visit hopmovers.com now.
Basta home and kitchen appliances. Tough Mama! Magaan ang buhay with Tough Mama. Tough Mama! Masaya ang pamilya with Tough Mama. Tough Mama! Nobody's tough like Mama. Tough Mama! Basta home and kitchen appliances. Tough Mama! Magaan ang buhay with Tough Mama. Tough Mama! Masaya ang pamilya with Tough Mama. Tough Mama! Nobody's tough like Mama. Tough Mama! Basta home and kitchen appliances. Tough Mama! Magaan ang buhay with Tough Mama. Tough Mama! Masaya ang pamilya with Tough Mama. Tough Mama! Nobody's tough like Mama. Tough Mama!
by the way, Jimmy, this is
Hi.
Hello.
Ano nga pa pangalan nito?
May nakalimutan ka ba?
Good memory makes a difference. Memo Plus Gold, pure and natural bako pamonyera. Lamang ang brainy good.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Memo Plus Gold ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
By the way, Jimmy, this is
Hi.
Hello.
Ano nga pa pangalan nito?
May nakalimutan ka ba?
Good memory makes a difference. Memo Plus Gold, pure and natural bako pamonyera. Lamang ang brainy good.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Memo Plus Gold ay hindi gamot.
Magandang gabi and welcome to the WIC Open 2020. It is now day 3 of this tournament and we're now here to bring you the Mobile Legends action. My name is Percy and I'll be your host alongside, of course, Vince G, who will be our co-caster once again. We're very excited here to be here on day 2 because, well, grabe talaga ang tournament na to. Actually, I'd like to ask you, Vince, kamusta yung experience mo so far with yung tournament natin nung day 2 and of course with everything else that you've seen?
Wow! 2 days na ang lumipas and I must say na sobrang intense talaga yung tournament na to. No? Kasi nakikita natin na grabe kung magpasiklab yung mga teams na sumali. Kasi, ang lakas nila, men. Saka ang gaganda ng laban na binibigay nila ngayon. Saka ang expectation ko ngayong gabi is may mga magagandang laban din tayo makikita. Kaya I'm looking forward to cast this game number 3 with you, Percy.
All right. So actually, I'm also looking forward to this. But of course, none of this would be possible without our sponsors for today. So first of all, I'd like to thank, of course, WIC, World Impact Communications, and of course, mgamer.io.
And we would like to also thank Memo Plus Gold. Para iwas kalimot, take Memo Plus Gold capsule every day. Pure and natural bako pamonyera, be brainy good with Memo Plus Gold. And also, Tough Mama. Sa home and kitchen appliances, Tough Mama ang perfect partner. Simple ang function, good quality and affordable, nobody's tough like Tough Mama.
We'd also like to thank Hop Movers. Extra kita, extra savings sa mga deliveries with Hop Movers. Download Hop Movers Senders or Hop Movers Captain app and discover great deals. Hop on sa Hop Movers. We'd also like to thank AXA. AXA Philippines is one of the largest and fastest growing life insurance companies in the country, empowering people to live better lives. Know you can with AXA.
And also, we would like to thank iCandy. Fab gadget accessories at affordable prices. iCandy is the place for you. Visit iCandy on Facebook and see the great gadget accessory selections. And we would also like to thank Yellow and Orange. The best egg custard pie in town can only be found at Yellow and Orange. And their cheesecakes are a blockbuster. Gusto talaga ng cheesecake?
Yan, saktong-saktong yung timing natin. It's already 8 o'clock, right after dinner. Syempre, gusto mo ng dessert, di ba? Why not go to all of these places and check them out? Pero one of the things I'm also wondering, aside from where to get good cheesecake, is how exactly do I join M Gamers? So I'd like to see the tournament mechanics, especially for those na sumasama sa atin ever since day one, na interested sila. Gusto ko rin sumali dito sa WIC Open na to. Paano ba sumali?
Paano nga ba?
Madali lang talaga. Ang kailangan mo gawin is first you need to register and use the mgamer.io app. So, hanapin mo lang siya sa Store, sa Google Play, and then hanapin mo yung mgamer, and syempre, dapat may team ka. Dapat may team ka, and ito yun may minimum na dapat yung average ranking nyo ay legend. Legend. Ikaw, Vince, ano na bang rank mo ngayon?
Ay, nako, kahit gustuin ko man sumali dyan talaga. Pag Warrior, kailangan ko mag-grind eh. Kasi Warrior, madami-daming rank games pa kailangan ko lagpasan dyan. Madaming stars pa yan. Pero Legend, mukhang kayang-kaya yan within a week, no? Char. Pero kakayanin yan. Siyempre gusto ko sumali eh.
Yan. Of course, that's not the only thing you need. Dapat during the tournament, kaya nyo and yung buong team na gumamit ng mGamer app while everything is ongoing. So ngayon, tignan natin ang tournament schedule natin. It's already day 3. Tignan natin kung ano ba ina-expect natin. So let's please see the tournament schedule. So ngayon, updated na ang tournament schedule natin. Meron po tayong laro bukas. One time only big time thing to na Saturday yung match natin. And the rest of our matches will be Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Today, all the way up until November 30. Tama, November 30.
30.
Alright. And something very special about ang tournament natin for today is, ang tournament natin na to is double elimination siya. So, direct pakita nga ng tournament bracket natin para makita nila yung Swiss format natin, which is para sa lahat ng mga sumasali, twice to beat dapat. So which means at the same time, dalawang lang talo na kagad kayo. And hindi rin kayo all the same. Yan, so maraming chances, more opportunities for you to show kung ano yung kaya mo talaga. And now let's move on today. To tourney day 3, let's check it out. Sino ba talaga ang ating kalaban natin for today? So let's go ahead and introduce our teams. Let's go ahead and show us our first team for today. Let's go ahead and check out Team Mogs. So Team Mogs is composed of Joms, Euphoria, Jay, Yamete, Bajun, Cancer ng Mundo, and JMA na lang. Let's also check out Osterforce, ang kanilang kalaban.
Maganda-ganda lineup ng Osterforce ngayon kasi ang lineup ng Osterforce has Mark Style, Bentings, CKY, Percent Pound, Kev Snows, and also Cheesecake. So sabi ko nga kanina, gustong-gusto ko na kumain ng cheesecake. Tapos lumabas yung Osterforce na may cheesecake. Wow, amazing.
So shout out first tayo sa lahat ng mga nanonood kay Mogs at sa kay Osterforce because sila na ang next na makakalaban in just a bit. So of course, excited na tayo and ready na tayo for the match. Anong mga expectations natin for today?
Sabi ko nga, we had the first 2 days talaga sobrang jam-pack. And I'm really expecting that this day number 3 for our tournament is gonna be jam-pack as well. Kasi, siyempre, nandun na, nagsimula na tayo sa magaganda eh. I mean, gusto ko nang makakita na mas malupit pa dun eh. Parang nabitin ako kaso I want more. Ika nga, gusto ko makita na magpasiklaban to dalawang teams natin ngayong gabi. Actually, meron pa tayo mamaya kasunod ng series na to. But, focus muna tayo sa laro. We have Mogs and Osterforce right now.
Ayan. So now that we're now entering the draft phase, tignan natin yung draft natin, no? Over the past few days, very consistent yung mga drafted natin na usually mga autobans kagad, si Barats or for example, sino pa ba si Alice, I think Alice has been banned a lot in the past few games. Do you expect this also since syempre wala pa tayo usually can you walk us through kung anong current meta? Usually mga binaban early na ayaw kalabanin ng mga teams nowadays. Aside like this, for example, si Uranus. Ano pa yung mga other binaban?
Aside from Uranus, very popular ban is gonna be Barats. We all know that Barats can usually scale up to level 4 that easy, at kapag nakakuha niya yung ultimate niya, which is Detona's Welcome talaga, dun na magsisimula yung pick-offs na pwedeng gawin na isang Barats. And kapag lumalaki si Barats, kumukunat to. So I think Barats is really popular right now. And same with the Yuzong. Yuzong kasi malakas din yung Dragon Form, and as I said, ito na nga, si Barats, binana.
Ayan, yung kakasabi mo lang. And of course, the Yuchong as well. Yung Yuchong kasi, especially since nag-start siya last weekend and this weekend. So, totoo lang, wala pa talaga akong Yuchong. So, hindi ko pa na-try. Pero this weekend and all of the weekends actually, no, November, libre lahat ng mga heroes ng ML.
Oh, lahat pwede i-try.
So, si Barat, si Yuchong, ito yung mga gusto kong i-try kasi bakit nga ba sila sobrang lakas? So ngayon, since, especially since master pa lang ako, makaka-rank up rin ako, kasi gusto kong umabot ng legends. So, sabay na tayo.
Sabay na. Gusto ko gusto ko lang mag-grind warrior. Tapos, sunod nun. Basta, marami-rami pa yan. I mean, pwede pa kita abutan, tapos saan na tayo magsabay. But, I must say na let's focus on the bans here kasi binana siling So, I think the red team is trying to eliminate one of these painful heroes na sobrang dulas, and we have this Ling na tinanggal nila sa laro. But, ang pinaasok dito ng All-Star Force is usually si Bentings nakikita ko mag-tank to So, I think mas comfort pick niya yung Tigreal plus Mart style Brody, and I think this Brody is gonna be put up in the lane. As for the Mog side, we have Hilda na pwede mag-roaming since ang sunod na follow-up nila dito is gonna be, I think, Odette na nilak na, and then a Ruby. Ruby may be a laner, actually, possibly a laner, but si Odette, ito yung mages na pwede nila ilagay sa lane
Okay, I'm currently getting some news. Mukhang magpo-pause muna tayo for a quick break.
Alright.
Because, actually, hindi. Huwag muna tayo mag-break. Now, let's move on with our analysis muna because I think we're going to remake this game. May konting technical problems lang po tayo. Pero, I think, more or less, mga standard bans naman, let's see what we can make of, given all of the information that we have now.
I think, why is this gonna be a remake? I don't know, maybe may lag issues. And I think solid naman yung hero nila We have Brody, which is currently doing good in the meta. Fanny. Alam kong fanboy ka ni Fanny kasi we all know na lahat nung Wednesday kung tumuto kayong lahat, nung pinili yung Fanny, nagwala lahat. Parang in-easy game niya lang Pero, I think this is going to be a remake kasi ba't nga ba nag-remake?
May technical issues lang. Currently getting i-remake natin to. So, let's move over to the panel muna. Although, interesting, again, nag-approach tayo to 100 heroes. I think yun yung something that we've been saying over and over. And gusto ko talaga, I like it when old heroes or heroes na hindi masyadong ginagamit, dinadala na into tournaments just like this. Alam ko na, hindi naman to high-level tournament na dapat perfect lahat, dapat may advanced strat ka. Pero old heroes returning or heroes na hindi talaga meta at all, pinapasok into the game. Say for example, si Layla, I would not expect any more into competitive play. Is Layla something na you see often sa mga games mo in pro games?
Pro games, I think hindi ka makakita ng Layla, pero rank games madalas yan. Kasi we all know that this meta is currently kailangan kapag nagle-lane ka is kailangan kaya mo tumagal ng matagal sa lane But if ever na ikaw naman yung ilalagay sa jungle, kunwari Layla jungle, kailangan mabilis mong i-clear yung wave ng creeps without any help kasi we all know kapag ina-atake mo yung mga buffs like si Statue Chakra and then si Core Guard na madalas kukunat to. Actually, up to 3 stacks pa nga yun. Depende sa tumitira dun sa na yun. Pero, kaya nga ganun ang ginawa ng ML para mas focus yung presensya sa lane So, if nagka-focus sila sa lane, more aggression, more time to farm, and then more set up, kaya nga, parang focus lang. Pareho, objectives muna. Ganun kinakahalaga ng ML yung ano ngayon sa meta na to, yung mga objectives.
I see. Okay. So objectives-wise, earlier, no, actually, before the game started, one of the things that we were talking about is yung one of the big changes ng Mobile Legends, which is itong yung may tawag ba dito yung gold na shield, yung papuka ng pera?
Yeah, it's the energy shield.
Energy
The more
shield,
na tinira mo siya, the more na nagpo-produce ng gold. Nakita mo si Layla, nakakaroon ng 80 gold. Because actually hati-hati sila diyan. Kasi kung sino-sino yung nag-aano diyan na tumitira, hati-hati sila. And then kapag sinolo mo yung energy shield na yun, sa'yo lahat ng pera. But with those shields na nakapalibot dun sa turret on the first 5 minutes, dun pinapahalagahan ni Muntu na kailangan mo lumain para maka-farm ka ng magandang gold in order to go and perform some good ganks and good team fights. Kaya nga, syempre, lalo na nung nauso yung funneling strat. 3, nagja-jungle, sinasamahan yung pinaka hyper carry mo doon. Pero I think mas pinaprioritize na talaga ng ML yung ganong klaseng laning.
All the same, syempre gets natin na para sa mga kakasali lang into our stream, nag-remake po tayo ng mabilis lang nag-remake lang po tayo. And we'll be back to the action in just a bit. Nagkaroon lang ng konting technical problems and we'll get to our teams for today. Again, inuulit ko po, para sa mga kakasali lang natin, ang mga kalaban for today ay si Team Mogs versus Team Osterforce for our first match. Medyo exciting po ito kasi best of 3 po ito. Makikita talaga lahat ng mga strategies at natin yung wide hero pool nila, no? Maraming ina-expect. Actually, I also wanted to ask, Vince, in your experience, kasi marami ka nang nakakas, marami kang tournaments na nakita, ano usually yung biggest difference kapag sa mga tournaments ito, best of 1 versus best of 3? Na kakastart lang natin sa first few series pa lang to.
Kapag best of 1, I think, yun na nga, fast game. Pagkatapos pag natalo ka na, okay na, points ka na. Pag natalo ka, mahirap bumawi. But, kapag best of 3, may chance pa eh. So, natalo ka ng game 1, panalo ka ng game 2, bawi na lang game 3 kung sino pinakapanalo sa inyong lahat. Doon yung pinaka-deciding. So, if best of 1 is, I think, doon na magde-decide lahat. If best of 3, doon mo makikita, mapag-aaralan mo pa yung drafts ng maigi. And then sa final game, if ever humaabot ng final game, doon na magdidikta lahat eh. If kaya mo maka 2 win sweep straight, secured na yung win mo. Ganun lang yun eh. That's what is best of 1 compared to best of 3 format of tournament.
Actually, oo. Yun din na notice ko eh. So, actually, para sa mga nagtatanong right now kung ano po ang current status natin. We're just waiting for both teams. Lobby is up. We're waiting for both teams to come in.
Yeah.
At ito na po, malapit na po ang ating laban. Again, it is Osterforce versus Mogs. Konting pasensya, and we'll be moving into the game. Sobrang excited. Actually, I'm looking at tinitignan ko yung chat right now. Ang daming supporters ng Mogs, ng Team Mogs. So sila Richard Alpado, sino pa to? Si Annalisa Gode. Wow, daming
daming supporter.
No, paano yung may supporters ng Osterforce?
Dapat tawagan nyo na yung mga tropa nyo na naglalaro yung Osterforce. I mean, dapat type nyo na #Osterforce o #Mogs kung sino yung magwawagi sa tingin nyo So show your support to your favorite teams. Ika nga, spam nyo yung chat.
Chat, by all means, go ahead. Siyempre, spam nyo rin yung notify, yung notify button. Like and share this page and the stream. Kasi, again, marami tayong Mobile Legends action from today all the way up until November 30. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So, talagang excited na talaga ako to watch all of these things unfold. Ayan, so,
of course.
Tayo. Nag-start na po ang band. Vince, what do you have to say?
Yep, I think kaya sila nag-remake is I think pina-prioritize talaga nila iba yung Brody. As I said, si Brody is one of the new heroes into the Mobile Legends. He is currently the 99th and the latest hero. Tapos, we all know that Brody is good in a laning stage kasi we all know na pwede siya mangharas ng haras ng malalakas na kidlat ng atake. Pero that cost him his attack speed, ika nga. So, kaya I think Brody is better off in lane than on jungle. And I think wala pa ako nakikitang jungle Brody na nag-work as of now. But I'm hoping na makakita rin ako ngayon.
I guess we're not going to be able to get that chance because Brody was already banned out. Malay natin, things could change. And over on the stream, nakikita ko na, yan, lumalabas na yung mga supporters ng Oster Force, yan.
Doon.
Yan, si RJ, thank you. Tsaka of course, syempre, hindi nagpapatalo si Team Mogs. Of course, we see lots of people coming in as well. Ayan na po. Alright. So now we have a few more things coming out of the draft. So lumabas ulit ito. Nakita natin kanina yung Ruby at yung Hilda.
Hilda.
And now I'm seeing very different things on the side of Force. Can you walk us through kung ano yung posible nating makita in-game with these heroes involved?
So Hilda, as I said kanina nung drafting sa nung nag-remake she's really a good scouting hero, ika nga, kasi pwede siya magtako sa damo tapos mangulit, mangharas ng kalaban. O roaming hero, identically is a Hilda, but maybe hindi nila ililane to kasi may Freya So I'm not expecting that Freya is gonna be the jungle kasi execute pareha sila ni ni Hilda. And si Ruby probably matic na yan, lane yan. So ang iniisip ko na kulang na lang sa lineup ng Mogs is a mage hero plus their jungler. And on the side of Osterforce naman, we have Bentings with the Alice, and I don't think na baka siya yung gagamit niyan kasi I know Bentings, nakita ko na siya sa other tournaments. Madalas siya mag-tank usually Kufra. Oo. Then CKY, nilock in nila yung Ling. We all know that Ling is a very good hero, a jungle hero kasi mabilis lang siya mag-scale into level 4, mabilis mag-farm, madulas, mahirap hulihin. Tapos minsan nakita mo yung presensya ng isang Ling sa team fight, daramang-drama mo Tapos Selena is one of the good roaming heroes din. Kasi pwede siya maglapag ng abyssal traps for vision, and sa abyssal arrows kapag tumama, mahirap kang gisingin, and that could be converted into pickups. Habang nag-usap tayo, ang dami na palang Phoenix dito, no? Sabi ko nga, mage. Tapos jungler. Tignan mo. Pinik ng Mogs dito is Eudora plus the Hayabusa combo. And meanwhile on the side of Osterforce, we got Stygrill and si Leo Mord. And this is going to be an interesting match tonight. So, one of the good things na makita natin dito is makita mo kung paano napaghandaan talaga ng Osterforce at Mogs yung kanilang draft. And I think my Memo Plus Gold brainy draft pick for this is gonna be Ling. Kasi we all know na si Ling mahirap ipasok Kapag nag-scale na to si Ling at nag-online to ng level 4 na maaga-aga bago mag-minute and a half, and kaya niya magpanalo ng laro.
See. All right. So actually, I also have one more question. But before I move on to that, I'd like to invite everybody to just go ahead and watch this.
Stuff Mama! Basta home and kitchen appliances. Stuff Mama! Magaan ang buhay with Stuff Mama. Stuff Mama! Masaya ang pamilya with Stuff Mama. Stuff Mama! Nobody stuff like Mama. Stuff Mama! Basta home and kitchen appliances. Stuff Mama! Magaan ang buhay with Stuff Mama. Stuff Mama! Masaya ang pamilya with Stuff Mama. Stuff Mama! Nobody stuff like Mama. Stuff Mama! Basta home and kitchen appliances. Stuff Mama! Magaan ang buhay with Stuff Mama. Stuff Mama! Masaya ang pamilya with Stuff Mama. Stuff Mama! 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield.
Moving into the draft, and ito na po ang ating laban. We can see that people are moving into the middle lane. Tingnan natin kung ang mga expectations natin. Actually, what I wanted to ask kanina, yung Hayabusa na to, kasi siya yung naka-retry So, mukhang jungle Hayabusa to. And maglalagay yung dalawang sabi mong Hilda at si Freya.
Yes! I mean, Hayabusa is indeed a jungler hero in this meta talaga. Kasi we all know that Assassin, most of the time, is their jungler, their farmer, kumbaga, kasi sila yung mabilis mag-clear ng waves. So, sila yung pinaka-priority talaga na mag-jungle. And Freya is really good in lane. Makita mo, Hot Zone is still on the middle lane, but Osterforce is doing really well on the map presence. As we can see, nandun agad si Tiglo sa top, and in the middle lane, nakakaharasa na dito.
Ayan, accident, Ruby was able to actually out, so very good. Konti na lang actually mamamatay na siya. That was actually very good. Yung arrow, second arrow niya na to. However, very good kasi nakuha niya yung pero first blood of course goes to
Initiate retreat.
sorry, my bad. First blood goes to over to Osterforce. So of course that first blood was brought to you by Tough Mama. Very interesting ang nangyari. Bigla na lang pumasok ang 3 and everything went forward all of a sudden. So yeah, with that, nakita ko yung rotation out of nowhere. Leomord was in the side and wala talaga silang takas. Pero with anything at all, that was just really how things developed from there. We're now seeing na players are becoming more defensive. Hindi na siguro sila magiging ganun ka-aggressive at this point since they're a little bit on the back foot. But then, as you can see right here, si Osterforce pumapasok na invading enemy jungle and they're up against 3. However, alam natin na hindi naman talaga sila pasok. Kita ba nila? Will they actually attempt this? May mangyayari pa dito. And kita nito si Selena. Skills out, of course, makakatakas pa siya. Maraming mobility, lots of mobility on the side of the Selena. However, off on the map, you can see that there's now Force did a stun. With the top, Leomord coming in with the ultimate. Coming on out. Drop as well, and the Leomord takes down that Ruby.
Oh no.
Kanina pa siya. This is actually the second time that Ruby goes down. Obviously, we're actually able to see Freya was able to take down kalaban yung Alice on the lower lane. But then still, this is already the second time that Ruby has dropped and it's still, wala pang 3 minutes into the game.
Yep, makita natin na sobrang aggressive talaga ang mid lane and nakikita natin yung presensya ng isang Ling ha. Madalas siyang nasa top lane and then nakakapita siya. First blood napunta kay Selena which is Kev's nose, but CKY ang mahalaga na doon yung presensya niya and may participation niya doon sa kills. Makita mo kung paano nila binurst down ng mabilis ang mga itong si Ruby. Ay, tama, but the first blood is really something that will put Osterforce into the advantage.
And there you go, konti na lang actually, kala ko makakuha no, let's see, Alice for the second time dropping down to that Freya. But then now there is help from the Eudora. Do they know that very dangerous yung jungle na to? Is it going to be the Predators becoming the prey? And that's exactly what's happened. You've already popped an ambush right there. And instead, the Ruby looks like there's ayaw na niya. This is already the second or third. Oh, tumama pa ulit! Will he, no, I don't think na papasok sila dito sa 4-on-4. Will they be able to come on in? And yes, they do down here. Link comes on out and it's like 2 skills and down. The Freya goes down. Oh, Tigreal coming on out and Tigreal dropped Ruby one more time up top. Actually, we were able to see Eudora goes down and so does the Hayabusa. Right off. Hindi natin nakita yun pero nag-drop off din siya.
Amazing. I mean, grabe yung disiplina pinapakita ng Osterforce dito. They want to dominate the bottom lane and i-engage talaga sila ng i-engage dito. Taking down 4 enemy heroes on the side of Mogs, which is giving them the upper hand advantage. Plus, malaya-malaya sila mag-rotate behind the map. Kitang-kita mo naman na parang kabisado na nila yung mapa with the help of Selena's Abyssal Trap. Tumatama yung mga pana niya dito on point. And then,
be able to skill and skills come on down right now. Link is still in the takes down Eudora. Now the Freya comes in and bites back to the Tigreal, taking him down. However, the Link taking another one in the form of the Hayabusa. Dealing spree now for the Selena as he takes down the Freya. And now 3-4 for one actually. And will it be taken to 5? Will it be at full team wipe? But no, instead they decide to focus on the tower and they do take down the first tower. That tower takedown was brought to you by Hop Movers. And wala, ano bang magagawa ng Hilda noon at that point in time? He was up against 3 and very dangerous yun kung maglilinger pa siya kasi alam niya yung takedown possibility ng heroes na to. Another hero taken down here over here by the Leomord. And that hero taken down. Oh, actually, let's take a look at this one. Alice comes in and out with the help of Selena. They were able to take out another of this play. Lane comes and actually, the Selena takes down the Eudora.
Wow, amazing. Amazing talaga yun. Nakita mo naman kahit mag-purify si Eudora doon sa Abyssal Arrows niya, no? Sure kill talaga eh. The pickups are really there and then on the mid side, we have another pick-off.
That's right. Let's just look out at the Ruby for the end times. I think the 5th time that the Ruby has already gone down. They need to play a little bit more defensively this time and they can't just go out one by one. Or otherwise, there are so many skills that can come in action. Here's another one. Tigreal was able to catch on the other. The Hilda is coming on down low. However, very tanky. This Hilda, may magagawa pa siya. Eudora comes to the rescue, and you're able to disengage from that. However, take a look at this one. Now it is a lane that is actually ganging up on 2-on-1. Will they be able to catch him out? Maybe just a stun. Isang stun lang. Please, kaya niyan. And then, they will not push you with that one. Alam nilang plus na time. But instead, it's Ling who's becoming very aggressive. Alam niya may backup to siya. Ito na, Fox ultimate in.
Oh, no.
Stun goes on down. Here comes another one. Good nail. And Ling actually makatakas pa siya. Although the player here comes another one nag-stun. Si Selena and Eudora is the one that fights the bullet for that, will now turn into a 3 down versus 2. However, some backup coming in the form of Ruby. Instead, it is the Hayabusa gets left behind. Kung pumasok ang backup nila, nag-expect sila pero hindi kaya in the end. The Hayabusa had to give away, had to be the sacrifice left behind in order for the rest of the team to move forward. However, this Ruby, as the stun, na-save na po siya. 3 stuns in, 4 stuns in, coming on out, and the Ling gives us the finisher. Mega kill on that Ling now. Killing on 5. Will be able to cut down siya into the tower, and so he was shut down by the tower, the help of the Hilda. However, na-stun naman po. Really nice ultimate from Leor and also from the Tigreal, but it's not enough. Selena now double kill on that Hilda. Just really staying in the backline at any point in time. Pag pumasok siya, then there's really not much you. The moment that Abyssal Arrow hits you with the mobility that everybody has, kaya nilang mag-jump in, can take that advantage, and of course, if na-miss naman, ay may sasalo pa eh. You can see yung lineup na to eh.
I mean, I love the confidence from Oster first kasi alam nila yung ginagawa nila. Look at this, the confidence are real.
Just like that, yung Alice just comes in, ultimate, and takes on that kill as well. Of course, they have Selena now just moving out. Of course, Selena, na-rest pa ka, shut down right there. The Tigreal is on his own, 4-on-1 with the Selena in the background. They're very dangerous below na tong Selena. Are they going to try to catch him on out? No, instead, it's the Tigreal who is forcing them out. Sinazone lang tayo, and wow! Just like that, across the map, pumasok agad si Ling. Seeing that very Hilda, or actually, hindi naman siya soft at all. Actually, medyo makunat na tong Hilda, pero in front of a Ling, na sobrang, tingnan mo, level 12 na po siya, and atong level 9 pa lang tong Hilda, and the Hilda's already the highest level here, aside from the Freya.
Wow.
I don't know kung anong response ang kaya nilang i-offer in face of this game.
Grabe, no? Makita mo, non-stop ang pinapakita rito. That flicker in.
And there you go, just like that, the Ling comes in again. Double kill for that. Nice pull out against the Tigreal. The stun comes in, and the Neomor takes down another. That is Eudora going down. And now they're moving on to this final tower. It is 4 heroes down. The Hilda is holding it on to his own. Nice stun right there. And wala na siya magagawa. Tower goes down, and the tower, successful tower takedown blocked by hot movers. However, Hilda was able to shut down and double the tower. However, this looks like it is the end of game 1 for our first series of the day. First match of the day, and of course, we'd like to congratulate our winners for this match. It is none other than Osterforce. Congratulations, Osterforce, for winning this one. My God, ang bilis nun, and at the same time, wala pang 9 minutes, so konti na lang, 4 seconds na lang magda 9 minutes. They really were out to get this done. So
Yeah,
I'd like to ask, ano yung mga thoughts mo on this match?
The thoughts on this match, they all know exactly what they're doing. Alam nila kung kailan magro-rotate. Alam niling kung kailan siya lalabas. And with that, talaga, the map presence, the map awareness is really big with the Selena. And therefore, I conclude that Selena is the brainy good MVP of this game, brought to you by Memo Plus Gold. Because of that kasi, sobrang brainy nung ginawa niya nagtatanim lang siya ng traps, and then the arrows are on point. Kita mo, dalawang araw sunod-sunod kumunik. Tapos, I mean, parang pinok tractor yung pana para tumama. I mean, ganun ka-accurate.
Feeling ko very ano lang siya. Sobrang sanay na talaga siya sa Selena. Especially if you're playing on your phone, ang pwede mo namang gawin is, pwede mong itapat yung arrow mo dun sa mismo. Wala namang limitations yon.
Yeah.
Like your others. Pero still, tama ka. And even if it misses, I like the coordination with the rest of the team, no? Parang, okay, nag-miss yung skill, may ano pa tayo pang backup. Or, at the same time, pag tumama yung skill, alam na namin kung saan kami papasok. Ang galing ng coordination ng Osterforce.
Yes, makita mo naman, no? Ang dami nilang way of initiation. They have the Ling. Nakita mo naman kanina sa may bottom, Ling was just buying them some time. Makita mo kung paano engage yung Mog. Sabi, sige, patayin natin si Ling. But, Ling just bought time. CKY just bought time para mag-respond yung mga kampi niya. And then that leads into a turnaround talaga as sila yung napitas eh. We all know na pumasok na din si Tigril, pumasok na sa Leomord, lahat ng pwede pumasok nandun na, Abyssal Arrows, Kumunik. And makita natin na sobrang dami nga nilang way of initiation. Kaya na sinabi ko kanina, Tigril, Flicker, Ultimate, Set, tapos Tulak. Lahat na pwede ibigay. Tapos Abyssal Traps doing some damage. And then Leomord, lahat ng pansuwag. Anything. That's your kill.
So yung question ko na ngayon is, now that Mogs, nakita na ni Mogs to, and actually I'm looking at our chat right now, marami na palang nakalaban tong si Osterforce and marami like you said, nakita mo na sila in previous tournaments. Knowing
yes.
this play style ni Osterforce, what can Mogs do now in order to counteract this? Anong dapat nilang gawin moving into our second round of the series?
I mean, amazing. We all know the last tournament na alam kong sinalihan nila, I think sila yung second place, pero that is really a grueling fight on the finals. But makita mo, they have the different lineup that time. Pero yung tatlo kilala ko, si Benting, si Cheesecake na hindi nila pinasok ngayon, saka sino ba yung isa? Pero those three are, nakita ko na maglaro sila and they are really a disciplined team. And I think Mogs will be really careful that time if they can ban something, pero hindi sila yung unang ban. But I think dapat ma-priority ban nila dito si Ling. Kapag nakuha nila si Ling, alam naman nila kung paano to nag-scale. And maybe prioritize Selena din as well on the bans. Or if ever na hindi nila balak kunin yung Selena, they might as well try to ban that hero and remove them from the pool para mabawasan ang hero pool dito ng laro.
Ayan. So, yun ba yung pinipredict mo? Mag-respect ban ba sila kay Selena if you don't want to deal with it? Or
yeah, I think kasi Selena is really a good roaming hero. Nakita mo naman on how that Selena escalated really quickly into team fights, and the team fight participations are really on point. The Abyssal Traps gave so much information to them kung nasan yung kalaban. Kapag kumagat yan, tita mo, fina-follow up agad ng araw. Plus, the Abyssal Arrows is really on point as dun talaga makita ang sukatan ng isang Selena. But, tulad nga ng sinabi ko, on the draft, we have the drafts right now, Selena has been removed by Mogs.
Ayan,
ganun sila
yung
katakot.
sinasabi mo eh. You also actually saw si Barats, I think. Si Brody. Sa aming autoban kagad siya eh.
Because, pwede nga mag-scale tong si Brody eh. Kapag napataba mo to sa lane, he can provide better results with the normal attacks and the skills. Pwede pang masakit din ang ultimate dito, yung biglang nagda-dash in, dash out. Masakit. But I think Osterforce has the liberty and has the freedom for the first pick. And I think they're gonna be sticking to Alice.
Yeah. So, very good. We're now going to check out the... Actually, sobrang interesting na... Have you seen actually at Alice... sorry, my bad. Itong Freya, I wanted to ask kung ano yung value add niya from the last game. Kasi hindi ko pa nakikita yung value add niya masyado in the team fights, or is it something that I'm not seeing?
I think Freya here is, I think, mas fino-focus nilang mag-stay muna sa lane and then pag-farm up muna kasi hindi pa sila nakaka-farm up that really well that time. Kasi nakita mo naman kung paano yung rotation ng Osterforce. There is no time for you to farm. Dahil i-compress ka nila kahit sobrang layo mo na nga sa tower, susugurin ka pa nila just to give them some space in order for them to take the objectives. So, hindi natin nakita yung potential ng isang Freya. But, if ever na nakalusot to, malakas sumampas ang isang Freya. We all know that. Kaya, pinapriority pa rin siguro ng Mogs to. Plus, they added some 2 new heroes into their pool. We have Atlas will be acting the tank. And then, look at this. Gatot, I think this is gonna be lane.
Okay, so this is a lane Gatuka siya. Pero on the other side, I'm looking at the lineup right now ng Oster Force. They're still keeping on to their very aggressive picks. Tingnan mo, Alice, Cho, Elbert, and all of these heroes are really meant to bring the fight over onto the side ng kalaban. So, are we expecting another very aggressive day here from Oster Force? Kasi syempre, yun yung gumana ng round 1. Sure ako, gagawin rin nila round 2.
Yeah, and look at this. I mean, I'm observing the drafts right now. Oster Force, nailusot yung Hellcurt plus the Cho. So, as I said, nung sinabi ko sa inyo isang araw, Hellcurt is really a good assassin talaga with map reduction, map awareness reduction dahil yung ultimate niya which is the Dark Night Falls. It's really good for hunting, for engaging the enemy. Yung pampitasan na hero, mag-pop up lang ng ultimate, pwede na kayo mag-engage kasi bulag yung kalaban, maliit lang yung kita, ika nga. Plus, with the combination of the heroes, parang maganda. Nagko-contemplate siya sa Hellcurt, Farsa. Kapag teamfight nakaagulo, pwede ka maglatag ng feathered airstrike nang hindi ka nakikita ng kalaban. Franco, hook. Kapag tumama yung hook mo, wala na. Sure parang hook ka na tapos hindi mo pa maiwasan, hirap ka eh. And then the final pick is gonna be Hayabusa and Lunox. And I think this is going to be the same as usual. Hahayaan lang nila si Hayabusa mag-farm up. Pero let's see kung ano ang magiging galawan ng Mogs dito against the Oster Force. But the brainy good pick, draft pick is gonna be Hellcurt for me. Kaya nga na sinabi ko kanina, sila yung ang ganda nung ambag niya sa laro.
Okay. So, yun nga, because of that synergy, sobrang excited na akong makita yung match na to. But there's also something I'd like everyone else to see as well.
By the way, Jimmy, this is
Hi.
Hello.
Ano nga pa pangalan nito?
May nakalimutan ka ba?
Good memory makes a difference. Memo Plus Gold, pure and natural Bako Pamonyera. Lamang ang brainy good.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Memo Plus Gold ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
By the way, Jimmy, this is
Hi.
Hello.
Ano nga pa pangalan nito?
May nakalimutan ka ba?
Good memory makes a difference. Memo Plus Gold, pure and natural Bako Pamonyera. Lamang ang brainy good.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Memo Plus Gold ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
By the way, Jimmy, this is
Hi.
Hello.
Ano nga pa pangalan nito?
May nakalimutan ka ba?
Good memory makes a difference. Memo Plus Gold, pure and natural Bako Pamonyera. Lamang ang brainy good.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Memo Plus Gold ay hindi...
The battlefield. Smash them.
Alright, so we're now into the draft and, we're into the game right now and we're taking a look at the teams. And mukhang we're still moving with our standard 1-3-1. Although, if you can see in the map, mas aggressive na po talaga ngayon. You can see, hindi na nila hinihintay yung creeps at very aggressive. You can see, for example, this show here, diba? Pero syempre, tignan mo na ang bakbakan dito sa gitna. Skills are flying on out and kawawa itong atin. He's already caught out. He's already down to half. Expended in order to save himself a little bit more damage. However, taking a look at the top as well, everybody is really looking at all of their skills right now. And kawawa, really look at this.
Oh.
Set nila. Excellent right there.
To note that, Bentings, nakita ko paano talaga maglaro as a tank tong si Bentings. He is really a good in disrupting the enemy jungle. Tulad ito, hinuhook niya lang yung statue shocker para ma-reset. That means madedelay yung leveling dito ni Hayabusa. Kita mo, ang ganda ng play dito ni Franco eh. That is I think the most good plays na nakita ko as of now kasi most of the time nakita ko si Johed binabato na lang yung jungle creeps. And then look at this. On the top side, we have Farsa disrupting the jungle. They all know how to disengage, to disrupt the enemy mechanism. And then Hellcurt level 4. Look at the bottom lane.
Actually, guys, just like that, taken down right there, that Freya, ang bilis niya mag-level 4, and if you look at that, level 2 pa lang rin po ang ating mid level 4 na siya, and they're already taking this down. Could this be the first tower takedown of the day? And just like that, of course, that first blood was brought to you by Tough Mama, and, ayun na po, just like that, pumasok, bumisita lang po itong si Oster Force sa baba. And hanggang ngayon, dinidisrupt pa rin nila. Ben Things, he really knows what to do. However, now, iba na, hindi na creep ang kinakalaban nila. They're now focusing down on towers. And that is 2 heroes down on the side of Wolves right there. A third. Just like you said, grabe talaga tong Farsa. He was able to take down a lot of damage. and deal it over to the side of two Mogs, just like that. And actually, naka-rest back na tayo finally in the Freya in the form of taking down the Chokite, nag-extension ng hero. However, here comes the backup. Here is 3 heroes down. Will this Freya be able to come in? Out, and no. Better airstrike taking down that Farsa, not giving them a chance at all to even consolidate their small win from that first one kill. Instead, let's take a look now at the top lane. Alice really suffocating this top lane right here. Hindi na binibigyan ng chance. Flickering in and coming in and out just like that. Not really giving them a chance to breathe at all. Ano pang mga other options nila since hindi nila kaya tong Feather Airstrike will be able to take down one more. No, actually hindi. However, that brings really down to wala. Hindi nila na-hook in time. Siguro hindi rin nila nakita, no? Because that was too far off screen actually. Kung tingnan natin from that same, nope, hindi nila makikita at all. And wala silang maano. I think only saving grace nila here right now is this Freya. This Freya is the only one who can actually take down kills and farm safely. However, I think they know that. Tignan mo to. Here comes a very aggressive start. Trying to catch him out. Feather Airstrike coming now. And the Farsa will be able to however, now in trouble because the Atlas is on him, waiting for the Lunox to come in as well to bring additional damage. Nice detector right there, bringing him back on the side. However, Farsa will be able to move on out. Nakatakas pa siya doon. That's all right there. Instead, they were able to turn it around. Help the signal Atlas, double kill. And right there, pumasok din si Lunox. And wala silang nagawa from there. With the help of that Alice na burst down nila. And that is exactly that. Tower taken down here by this Cho though. And that tower takedown was brought to you by Hop Movers. I think that was our first tower for today, because for this match rather. Here comes the Ultimate, trying to catch out somebody hindi magawa. They're trying to catch out Farsa, but instead here comes the rest of the team. Napuntak to, nice hook, and the Alice is the one who takes down the final blow on that one. However,
wow.
Hindi rin natin nakita off screen. The Hayabusa was taken down actually by the Helper. Looking now at the middle screen, the Alice was able to take down one more. By the Helper, and another one goes down. It's just one after another. Helper was down by the, I think that was the tower na humabol lang po yung isang shot niya. However, that still was on the side of the tower. It is absolute madness. This steamroll na talaga sila, and it looks like mag-snowball sila from here on out.
Actually, napakaganda ng disiplina. Bentings just doing bentings. Look at this. Mukhang siya yung mapipitas pero napapanggap siyang damo. Look at this.
Just like that, naka-rip off sila ng konting confidence there and nag-out na po si Farsa. However, ang tama ka nga, bentings just doing bentings, no? And he's still doing it, even in the middle of team fights, dinidisrupt niya pa rin. Kahit na may kalaban siya. But actually, kukunin ito, gatuka siya. But wait, don't forget, kukunin ko muna yung jungle creeps, and that's the level of control that they have here. Grabe talaga, no? Ang level nito, and there you go, the Cho takes down the Freya, and just like that, they are now down 2-0. We're now moving on to this third tower. Turtle takedown, of course, by the Hellhurt was brought to you by Tough Mama. But moving back into the action right here, I don't know. What can Mogs do right now? Vince, you gotta help me out here. Anong magagawa ng Mogs right now?
I mean, this is gonna be a hard time for Mogs because this is basically fighting an enemy that has so much map presence. Ika nga, sabi ko kanina, tignan mo si Bentings nandun sa may bottom side ng jungle ng kalaban, and si Farsa dinidisrupt yung top side ng kalaban, giving them no room to farm. And that's basically pinipilay nila yung ekonomiya, kumbaga. Kasi hindi umusad yung level ni Hayabusa that time, and then the hook connected.
Just like that, kung hindi hinook yung hook nila yung hero, no? Pagod na akong mag-hook ng hero. Sige, mag-hook ng hero. Sige, hero naman. And that's exactly what happened. You were able to take down that Atlas just like that, no? Ang galing ng strategy na yun. Because if you don't get the hero, you actually disrupt it. If you don't get the creep, you actually disrupt the hero. It's one or the other, and it both looks bad for most either way.
To add to that, sabi ko nga, dinedelay nila yung level, and then dun sila atake. Knowing na mas mababa yung level ng kalaban, alam nilang may advantage sila dito. And look at this, they're just dominating this game.
And there you go, the Cho takes down the Gaduka-chan just like that. Nag-ultimate sila, pero that's not enough. The rest of the team comes in, Hellfire takes down another, and we were able to see the Alice taking down one more time. Another airstrike coming on in, and just like that. Tama ka nga, still steamroller nila. They have the level advantage, they have the gold advantage, they're up in kills, and it all started out from that very early level of control. Both on the side of the Alice and on the side of the Franco, just like that. Just like that, it's already mag-8 minutes pa lang and we're already at the final tower right here. They're now moving on to the defense, and this Farsa just hurts so much kahit tank man sila, tank man si Atlas, and si Gaduka-cha. That's really not enough for them. Ultimately, but Alice is able to take down the Atlas with more. It's scary now for him, and he wants to burst down the Lulox as well, and the double kill goes to her just for that. But now moving on to Farsa, activating another airstrike, and of course, Freya comes in, trying to into the flank takes down the Freya, and wala man lang loss. Shut down, of course, ang Farsa from that. But then at what cost? At the cost of their tower going down. And just like that, our final tower takedown, of course, brought by Hop Movers. And what a match was that? What a match that was, rather. Grabe.
Feeling ko, naglalaro ng ano to eh. Naglalaro yung Oster Force ng ano eh. Ng Guinness Book of World Records eh. Kumbaga pabilisan doon ng laro ang hinahabol nila dito. Kung kanina, 8 minutes and 56 seconds. Now we have 8 minutes and 33 seconds up. Grabe. Makita mo, gigil na gigil sila, parang next game, alam na natin na 7 minutes ang goal natin, tapos na yung laro. Pero, masasabi ko lang na I would like to give the brainy good MVP to Franco. Ben thinks he deserved it kasi yung control niya sa mapa with that jungle distraction is really something that helped them win the game. Hinuhook niya yung jungle creeps, and then that means pilay nga ang ekonomiya dito ng Mogs. And the control was really something that escalated them to this victory. Well played, and Brainy Good MVP is brought to you by Memo Plus Gold.
Ayan, congratulations sa Oster Force, that smart style venting CKY, si percent pound, hashtag exclamation point plus equals. Of course, it also, also congratulate Kev Snows and Shizcake, the entire team ng Oster Force. Wow, just grabe talaga yung speed and yung power na pinakita nila. And the thing is, si Mogs, hindi siya your run-of-the-mill team na sumali lang. Mogs actually also a team who joins tournaments regularly, so on and so forth. It's just that I think in this match, Oster Force just really showed na we really bring in the power and the force to this game.
And just to add to that, ang mga nababasa ko sa comment section, I think, OFW daw ang Mogs. And I think there are Malaysian-based team na mga Pilipino. Pero sa Malaysia sila naglalaro. And I think this is something na might affect their gameplay. The difference of the server talaga. Kasi from Malaysia and then the Philippines. Pero masasabi ko lang talaga, good run to everyone. Well played pa din. Kasi they still try to play their best kahit na nasa ibang bansa sila. Saludo tayo sa mga OFW natin dyan.
Shoutout rin pala sa nanay po ni, grabe no, full force support si Mommy. Saying hi to Lovey, congrats daw. Siya po ang nanay ni Kevs, ang Farsa natin for the day. Grabe no, ang galing talaga ni Farsa. Parang feeling ko, every time na cooldown yung Feathered Airstrike, gagamitin niya. Up, cooldown, gagamitin kagad. And parang every single time na ginagamit niya, talagang to maximum effect. If not to secure a kill, more of to force the enemy heroes out.
Yeah, and by the way, just to add to that, nakita natin na parang one time lang ata nag-recall dito si Farsa or 2 times, basta less than Makita mo, kahit may clean na yung buhay niya, lumilipad-lipad lang siya from point to point sa mapa, from bottom to top. Tapos, then, ang participation niya magpahabol, and then that is a good bait, actually. Kasi enemy is onto him, leading them into good kills, habang si Farsa, Kebs know how to position. Masakto, maganda yung combination niya with CKY's Hellcourt, Dark Knight Falls dahil gumidilim yung gabi, and then malaya siyang maglatag ng Feathered Airstrike, and that means really a disaster for Mogs kasi with the lack of map vision, ang laki talaga ng participation ng Farsa, lalo na yung burst ng kanyang Feathered Airstrike. It's really on point, it's all good, well played.
Well played indeed. Grabe talaga. And so, good job to all of our teams. Direk, can you show us again mga teams natin for today?
Yes.
Sino pong maglalaban? So again, we've just finished our match kakatapos lang natin ng match natin for Mogs and for Osterforce. Up next, we have AXA Cuties up against Requiem. And before we move on to this match, let's pause for a quick break. Of course, mag-break lang muna tayo. When we come back, you'll see the action of Cuties versus Requiem right after this. Don't go.
Diyan lang kayo.
By the way, Jimmy, this is
Hi.
Hello.
Ano nga pa pangalan nito?
May nakalimutan ka ba?
Good memory makes a difference. Memo Plus Gold, pure and natural Bacopa Monnieri. Lamang ang brainy good.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Memo Plus Gold ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Basta home and kitchen appliances. Tough Mama! Magaan ang buhay with Tough Mama. Tough Mama! Masaya ang pamilya with Tough Mama. Tough Mama! Nobody's tough like Mama.
Hop movers, biyahe, delivery, panalo sa Hop Movers, extra kita at savings, sa backloading delivery, asenso ang negosyo, sa Hop Movers, safe ang kargamento, sa Hop Movers.
Sa Hop Movers, up to 50% dagdag kita kada biyahe. Up to 30% savings for senders on backloading.
Asenso ang negosyo, sa Hop Movers, safe ang kargamento, sa Hop Movers.
Hop on sa Hop Movers. Visit hopmovers.com now.
By the way, Jimmy, this is
Hi.
Hello.
Ano nga pa pangalan nito?
May nakalimutan ka ba?
Good memory makes a difference. Memo Plus Gold, pure and natural Bacopa Monnieri. Lamang ang brainy good.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Memo Plus Gold ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Basta home and kitchen appliances. Tough Mama! Magaan ang buhay with Tough Mama. Tough Mama! Masaya ang pamilya with Tough Mama. Tough Mama! Nobody's tough like Mama.
Hop movers, biyahe, delivery, panalo sa Hop Movers, extra kita at savings, sa backloading delivery, asenso ang negosyo, sa Hop Movers, safe ang kargamento, sa Hop Movers.
Sa Hop Movers, up to 50% dagdag kita kada biyahe. Up to 30% savings for senders on backloading.
Asenso ang negosyo, sa Hop Movers, safe ang kargamento, sa Hop Movers.
Hop on sa Hop Movers. Visit hopmovers.com now.
All right,
Bilis,
and
ah.
we're now back into the action, of course, because eto tayo sobrang excited tayo sa matches natin. Napakabilis ng first matches natin, so we're gonna move straight into the second series of the match. Of course, once again, my name is Percy. With me is Vince G, who will be casting our game for today. And of course, today's game is brought to you by Memo Plus Gold. Para iwas kalimot, take Memo Plus Gold capsule every day, pure and natural Bacopa Monnieri. Be brainy good with Memo Plus Gold, along with course with Tough Mama. Sa home and kitchen appliances, Tough Mama ang perfect partner. Simple ang functions, good quality at affordable. Nobody's tough like Tough Mama.
And also, we would like to thank Hop Movers for deliveries na hindi kaya ng motorsiklo. Choose Hop Movers and big joy, big savings. Download the app and discover great deals for your deliveries. Hop on sa Hop Movers. And also, AXA. AXA Philippines is one of the largest and fastest growing life insurance companies in the country, empowering people to live better lives. Know you can with AXA.
And of course, we'd like to thank as well iCandy, fab gadget accessories at affordable prices. iCandy is the place for you. Visit iCandy on Facebook and see the great gadget accessory selections. Of course, we'd also like to thank Yellow and Orange. The best egg custard pie in town can only be found at Yellow and Orange. And their cheesecakes are a blockbuster. So now we've already introduced our two teams for today, which is of course AXA Cuties. And over on the other side, we have Team Requiem, which of course is brought by our nagsimula na po ang draft. So let's go ahead and go ahead, Vince G, can you break this down for me?
Okay, so nakita natin as long as this draft is ongoing, the bans are really a solid ones. They all know what they're up to. Look at this, dinanggal dito si Kufra, si Ling, and then si Helgert. And on the red side, we have Barat's ban, Alice ban, and the Farsa ban. Makita mo kanina, Alice and Farsa are really doing good job kanina sa last game natin. And sa mga picks natin dito, Uranus, Pampakunat, we all know that Uranus is a tanky hero, good on lane. Roger, really good on jungle, mabilis mag-clear. Minotaur, magdadabog to madalas, kaya good siya for a roaming tank. Mage, they have Cecilion for the mage, and then Ruby and for the for the lane as well. Pero before we kick in, mga kaibigan, I would like to tell the Brainy Good draft pick for this matches. I think this is gonna be the Lancelot. Kasi I'm see a Lancelot dito sa kabilang set. Yeah, sa Requiem. Hindi ko na breakdown yung Requiem, pero this is gonna be a good one. I predict kung makapag-farm siya ng maayos, makapag-provide siya ng magandang farm, and yung damage na magsiscale is really top notch. So Brainy Good draft pick is brought to you by Memo Plus Gold.
All right, so now we're moving into the loading phase. Before we move on to loading, we're gonna watch this clip right here.
Hop movers, biyahe, delivery, panalo sa Hop Movers, extra kita at savings, sa backloading delivery, asenso ang negosyo, sa Hop Movers, safe ang kargamento, sa Hop Movers.
Sa Hop Movers, up to 50% dagdag kita kada biyahe. Up to 30% savings for senders on backloading.
Asenso ang negosyo, sa Hop Movers, safe ang kargamento, sa Hop Movers.
Hop on sa Hop Movers. Visit hopmovers.com now.
Basta home and kitchen appliances. Tough Mama! Magaan ang buhay with Tough Mama. Tough Mama! Masaya ang pamilya with Tough Mama. Tough Mama! Nobody's tough like Mama.
At ito po, we're jumping in hot straight into the game. We can already see that ang competition natin. Skills are flying out here in the mid. However, our tank is dangerously low. And things any more explosive opening right there. Where skills are flowing out left and right. Vince G, you didn't get a chance to break down itong lineup natin for Requiem, no? Based on what you can see and what's currently developing, no? Very aggressive lineup here. What can you tell us about this game? Actually, no, hold on. Will it be a first blood right here? Both tanks are too low. It could end either way. Both, could it be one or the other? No, I think they're going to be able to disengage from this really safely. And of course, nagre-recall na po ang Roger natin on one side. However, the Lancelot is making things very hard for our tactics here. Anything could happen. Down at the bottom lane, dangerously loaded ang Uranus, pero with his regeneration ability, kaya niyang i-overcome yan. However, he's up against one of his worst heroes to fight against, which is the carry, na kaya yung i-put armor over here. Looking at the top lane, things are pretty easy on both ends, and it looks like si Uranus pa yata ang would it be that? No, it's not. The Bagheer just throws up the skill, and not much happens. We're now moving on to Heroes game. Can you help me out and help me break down ang lineup natin for Requiem, no, while we're waiting for the early game to develop?
Sure. Nakita ko this is a very interesting pick na meron dito ang Requiem, kasi I know that si carry usually kapag may carry pick is, I think ito na yung Matic jungle, but on this game nilane nila si carry just to match up with Uranus para mag-give way kay Lancelot pick, and look at this, carry is in deep trouble.
At any point in time, however, makaka-disengage po siya just in time. The Roger was actually not supposed to come on in, however, hindi po enough. I think they weren't able to on out just in case. However, looking at the top lane, were they able to, the mid lane rather, Lancelot with 2 buffs in, mukhang they were trying to get out. Now 4 waves, 3 on the matchup down here to like, one of them, some Uranus is stunned, and another stun comes out from Iris comes moving up ahead of the match now to 4. The Lancelot gets first and a double kill right there. The power of 4 versus 3, and the backup comes in late. However, that's really not enough. At sobrang daming buffs ng Lancelot. That first blood brought to you by Tough Mama. The damage output on that Lancelot was absolutely crazy. grabe talaga. And even though everybody started pouring out their skill, there's really no way that you can defend against that burst damage now. If you're already down low, actually, you saw the Minotaur, no? Konti na lang, medyo marami pa siyang buhay, pero hindi, in the end, wala siyang nagawa doon, no? Very powerful that retribution, and the Lance was able to take it with that. Of course, tower takedown, the turtle takedown rather was brought to you by Puff Mama, and just like that, these four were able to take down another one, and it is the on the side of Axa Cuties that go down.
I mean, gaya nga nung sinabi mo kanina, that first engagement dun sa middle lane, may Minotaur saka Hylos na sobrang lambot. Nakita ko si Roger medyo nag-struggle talaga sa farm eh. Kita ko nag-level 3 si Lancelot that time, and then nag-recall nga si Roger pauwi sa base, and that delays him time in order to keep up with the farm, and then dun naghirapan ang sino tong team na to? Nahirapan ang Axa Cuties na pumorma that time eh. Kasi pinauwi nila si Roger, they need the damage coming in from Roger talaga in order to punish the enemy team. And yun yung nangyari. Si Lancelot yung nag-punish sa kanila. It's really hard.
And there you go. Actually, now the Uranians is trying to come on in. Asking ba niya to? Will he do it? Will he not? I think he's going to play safe because for his team, he can't afford any more risky plays. Nobody can go on down right now. And you can see now 3 heroes trying to barge down into this Sicilian. Pumasok ang Lancelot. And sakto po yun. Kahit kung umakyat siya, then he'll be able to be caught out by his teammates. If not, he'll fall into the ultimate of Lancelot just like that. And even if his teammates were there, the heal came out to the Minotaur. That's really not enough in order to, however, the rest, the Rubies now joining them in the middle lane. Will they be making a comeback right here? Mag-initiate forward with Sala? No, instead, I think they're moving on to play defensively. However, the rest of Requiem is still here, lingering in the enemy jungle. Moving on out, and mukhang it's going to look like a 4-on-4 confrontation. Who will go ahead and strike first?
This is gonna be a good team fight engagement dahil sa Turtle mukhang magaganap ang second team fight na magaganap. Pero look at this, Lancelot is taking good control, but makita natin na yung blue side dito, they managed to like force Requiem out para ma-reset yung Turtle, and then I think madedelay yun eh. Madedelay yung pagkuha nila sa Turtle, and then I think mas mapipilitan sila mag-engage, and then look at this, they're just waiting it out. They're just wanting some fight.
On the top lane instead, the Expert was able to take down the tower there. That tower takedown was brought to you by Hawk Movers. We were able to see, in the middle, the Lancelot was able to take a mega kill off of one of the other heroes as well. And wala na, sobrang takas ng damage ito. Hyros now moving forward. Another stun could have taken it. However, he's now very down low, right underneath that tower. There's nothing he can do. Lancelot taking down 2. That was a double kill right there, not count a triple kill if you count yung kanina pa. So this Lancelot is really on a roll, taking down one hero after the other. Ang aggressive ng Lancelot na to. Bigyan lang siya ng opportunity and he will take it just like that one. He takes down the Sicilian. Napaka-squishy ng Sicilian na to. Nakita niya, yes, kaya ng damage ko. I'm gonna go ahead and do it one more time, and he does! Double kill on the Uranus, and now focus na sila on the other objectives. Nakakuha na ako ng 4 na hero. Now it's time for me to take down the third.
I mean, I love the idea of Requiem putting Lancelot in the jungle and then carry on the lane against Uranus talaga. It really worked out on their end kasi we all know that carry is really a tank, anti-tank hero. Samano pa ng anti-tank items dito. Nakita natin na medyo hindi makunat si Uranus sa larong to, and then the aggressiveness continues.
And then we go, Expert coming on in, and he was able to take down the Minotaur. However, the rest of Requiem is gone low. However, so is the side of Axa Cuties. The Uranus was able to take down one more. However, that's not enough. It is the Lancelot takes on the Rod, legendary already on the screen. And just like that, sabi mo nga, sobrang perfect ang lineup ng carry na to against the Uranus, and he's able to take him down as well. They're going to take down this red buff right there and move on to the tower. Right now, even though they're all either half-life or really down low, ang tatapang po nila, no? They're still staying in the tower. And what can Axa Cuties do? They're currently in the side lanes, just waiting for something to happen, an opportunity to open up for them to move forward. Taking a look at the gold lead now, this is a correct me if I'm wrong, this is for 7K gold lead.
Yeah. Grabe yung gold advantage dito na pinapakita ng Requiem eh. They dominated the lane, they created space good enough for Lancelot just to come online. Nakita mo naman yung result. Grabe oh. Nakita mo si Wolf as the Valira, 0-0 but 10 assists. Grabe yung team fight participation and look at this on the top lane.
Just like that, you're already diving down. 3 heroes diving down into this tower, trying to take down that Ruby was really down low. X-Borg and this trying to push forward. And instead, because they've already created that space, they're able to invade this purple buff no problem. And the rest of the team is already split up. Right there, you can see the Uranus up top. Hindi siya makaka-rejoin sa mga teammates niya because X-Borg is in the way. However, the rest of the team is looking for an opportunity to come on in. This Uranus, hindi naman siya nag-face off with Carry. However, this X-Borg will definitely give him problems. And now, pumasok ang Uranus trying to catch out this Valir. Now, waiting for backup from his teammates. And the rest of the red team is, of Requiem rather, is now going to disengage. Masyado silang spread out against the possible counter-attack of Axa QPs right here. We weren't able to see that, however, the Carry was able to solo the turtle, of course, the space created, of course, by the rest of his teammates. Parang sinazone out lang talaga. Sige, Carry, take all the time you can. Kunin mo na yung turtle, and that turtle takedown was brought to you by Tough Mama.
I mean, sobrang balance lang eh. Sobrang balance lang talaga. Kasi aside from Lancelot, meron ka pang carry na long range kung kumihit. And look at this, talagang kayang-kaya nila eh. Then the Hylos provides tank. Then cover for the entire team to like ibuga na lahat. Then X-Borg, pwede rin siya mag-front with the last Insanity engagement. Tignan mo, tinataboy lang yun. Hindi na pinapaporma.
That's like parang they're just throwing out their skills, parang talagang actively zinozone out sila with their skills. And kung kakainin mo naman yung bait na yun, just like yung this Uranus in front of us, may babackup eh. May babackup eh. May papasok si Valir, papasok si Hylos, all in the periphery, while of course taking on their own objectives. If it's not one, it's the other, and they cannot do this one by one. What I think Axa TVs should be moving together as a team, but then do they have an opportunity to do so? Taking off picks just like this one.
I mean, this is gonna be a hard time because compressed na sila dito. Look at the zoning na iginagawa dito ng Requiem. Parang wag na kayong lumapit kasi malulusaw lang kayo. Dahil yung pinapahiwatin ng Requiem. Look at Carry, he's very confident na kaya niyang lusawin, and then that made Axa Cuties retreat and play defensive.
Parang just like that, no? From a full life Uranus, nag-drop down siya all the way down to extreme nilo. Parang 1/5 na lang siya. Kailangan na siya mag-recall na at that point. And hindi talaga nakaporma si Action right there. Oh, somebody comes in. Pumasok ang Lancelot and the rest of the skills. Minotaur used to do it. Stunning people there. Hylos was able to stun him out. Wala siyang ultimate lord to jump out, and the Guardian pushed out the Uranus while everything was going on. In the end, the Valir was also able to jump on down, taking down the Ruby, and Lancelot finishes off by taking down the Minotaur. It was a 3-0 exchange in that last team fight. And now, nothing's to stop them from taking these two objectives. Are they actually moving on to their top tower, taking down already by, of course, Hawk Movers, and the middle lane will probably follow next because there's nothing to stop them from fighting them on out. And just like that, another tower takedown. Will they be moving on to their next objective? This is currently 5-2. However, the rest of Axa Cuties are currently coming back online. They can now recoup, maybe consolidate. No, instead they're going for another objective right here. This is the Lord takedown right here, and with the damage output from that Lancelot and that Carry, walang laban ng Lord. That Lord takedown was brought by Tough Mama. We weren't able to see that on screen. However, finally some bite back from some QPs. They were able to take down the Hylos right there. I think nag-assume si well, this Carry was actually taking down one after the other. Double kill, and of course, gumestak itong si Uranus. That's the only form of damage na they can offer, no? Kasi siya lang ang tank na may damage at the same time, nobody else can pull that off right now. And now we're seeing a 3-on-3 confrontation right under the tower. Wala, they're just throwing out their skills. Even si Valir, dangerously low, alam niyang siyang tumatangke ng tower because if it's not him, it's going to be the rest of the team. Of course, he's also forming out bait that Uranus could have taken him out. Nope, not instead. Sport takes him on down with the help of the Lord and the rest of his teammates. Roger trying to bring him damage. They're really trying to delay the inevitable, but it looks like that is it for our match for today. That is it for our first match of the second series of the day. So congratulations, Team Requiem, with that display of firepower talaga. The firepower from the carry, the firepower from the Lance, which is actually perfect. Kasi sabi mo nga, di ba, ang brainy good draft pick mo kanina was si
Lancelot.
Lancelot.
Yeah.
And would you say na ganun pa rin ang magiging MVP mo, or do you have somebody else in mind?
I have somebody else in mind. I
Sige,
mean, grabe yung although Lancelot and Carry really did well dito sa laron to, kaya can you change the graphs to data?
Alright, so give me a moment.
I'm gonna check. I'm gonna review it. Yeah, thank you. And I must say that the brainy good MVP for this game is gonna be Valir. Makita mo naman yung team fight participation niya. As you can see, 72%. That means grabe yung pinakita niya doon, the discipline, the damage, the per second ay dinideal niya, the stuns coming in from a Valir from Wolf, and that made him enough for a 1 kill, no deaths, and then 12 assists. Ang dami niyang participation in the team fight. Although grabe yung pinapakita nila Lancelot and Carry, I must say the brainy good MVP of this game is going to be Wolf's Valir, and that brainy good MVP is brought to you by Memo Plus Gold.
So now, I'm so excited na akong makita kung ano ang mangyayari next for our matches, no? So, on the side of AXA Cuties, which is si MP2, si Garma, si Haha Hotdog, Miles XYZ, si Nikoy, and si Olarfi, and along with PTCKC, I'd like to know, what can AXA Cuties do right now in order to fight back against Requiem?
I think they need to prepare for that kind of setup. Kasi nakita ko na grabe mag-compress eh. Grabe mag-compress yung Requiem dito. They're giving no room to farm sa AXA Cuties. Pinapasok nila sa jungle at binamama nila. Kita mo naman kanina, si Roger, kailangan lumakas yun. He needs to get level 4 as early as minute and a half, but they managed to delay it. Habang binigyan nito si Lancelot ang advantage na mag-scale up to level 4 at nakita mo kung paano siya mag-punish throughout the entire game. That's really on point, but we've seen enough and may data na, may information na dito ang AXA Cuties, and I think they have to counter it out the next game.
All right. I also I'm now receiving, actually, as we're going into the draft right now, I'm now receiving word na ito pala si Requiem, may one more advantage sila, no? And it's the fact na lahat sila office mates. So feeling ko lahat sila nasa office right now, no? Sakto-sakto, pagka time out, laban ka agad. Okay guys, may laban tayo today. Happy talaga, and yung level of communication sa kaya nilang gawin, no?
Yes, I mean, since they're office mates talaga, doon mo makikita na parang yung environment nila sa office is really going well. Kasi they can communicate with each other, nandun yung teamwork na pinapakita nila. Malamang sa office, ganoon din sila. Kaya nakakasundo sila na maglaro, and kita mo naman, napakalinis at napaka-organized silang gumalaw. And I think ganoon din sila sa office. Kaya probably that's what I'm thinking, na sobrang ganda na magka-office mate sila at sobrang ganda rin ng relasyon nila sa office. Hence the results.
So I'd like to see now more action from, of course, Team Requiem, which is composed of Kick, Wolf, Malderon, si General Aladdin, si Snorlax, and si Burn 3K. Alright, so now drafts are up. I'd like to hear your thoughts.
The drops wise as well, makita natin dito the usual bans, Barats, Alice, isa lang may lusot. Xborg, nakuha na naman ng Requiem dito as their first pick. And then on the AXA Cuties, we have, I think kanina binandin nila to eh, Ling and then Kufra. Kasi I think ayaw nila ng mga heroes na sobrang dulas, and yun nga, nakapag-set, nakapag-charge like Kufra. Makita naman natin na si Ling, although kahit binan, ang sagot dito ng Requiem, sige, Lancelot. Kahit hindi siya ganun kalikse tulad ni Ling. Actually, Lancelot is also a mobility hero, like an alternative to Ling, although hindi na siya nakakatalon ng pader, but the damage output is really high. Assassin kumbaga, same as Ling. And then nakita mo naman paano siya mag-dash in and then burst, nakita mo yung buhay. Kahit si Uranus, wala di tinabla ng kunat eh. But still, look at the picks of Requiem right now. It's still the same.
Oo nga, they're still moving on to their comfort picks. At the same time, tama ka naman. Why fix what isn't broken, no? Sige, paano yung mga heroes namin? Sure akong may sagot. And the thing is, hindi nga nila binan. Wala silang binans from the past game. And so, of course, we're now seeing the export come out. We're seeing another Hylos. And of course, the Valir is coming on in again. So, mukhang ganun rin ang... pero I'm interested on the other side of Axa QT. Now, syempre, we're seeing new heroes to, no? Except for the Uranus. We're now seeing a Brody and a Calvita. Ito yung sinasabi mo, gusto mo makita ng Brody.
Yeah, and I think this Brody is gonna be put on lane. Kasi usually, sabi ko nga, Brody, hindi pa ako nakakita ng Brody na nag-work well sa jungle. Kasi sobrang bakit pumalo pero malakas dumamage. And Kadita, a really good mage. I mean, sobrang dulas din ng hero na to. Sobrang lakas din ng damage na pwede nito ipakita. But let's see how these three heroes will sync with each other. Yun yung gusto kong makita kung paano magsisync yung Uranus, yung Kadita, and then the Brody. Kasi predicting na ang kulang dito sa side ng Axa Cuties is their jungler, their core heroes, plus may mage na sila, may tank na sila, pero this tank Uranus is gonna be, I think, their lane. So I think they need another roaming hero, which is preferably tank. And on the side of Rarkiem, meron silang tank, meron na silang and wow, binana nila yung Lancelot, so no Lancelot for them. But the assassin jungler, they need the jungler. Plus, ano ba bang kulang nila dito? Another laning. Oh, Gusion.
Gusion naman ang sagot nila. Sige, tanggalin yung link, tanggalin yung Lancelot. Ito na, ang very interesting assassin pick nila. Actually, yun nga, same lineup, except si Gusion lang talaga. Binali nila yung link, binali nila yung Lancelot. Ano naman nila? Sige, assassin nila. Pero aside from that, everything same as last round.
Yeah. Amazing. I mean, dito na malalaman na ang brainy good draft pick dito is gonna be Gusion for me. Kanina, si Lancelot, ngayon si Gusion. Kasi nasubukan nila na-outcome nila yung pag-ban nila sa Lancelot, and they changed it to Gusion. And that brainy good draft pick is brought to you by Memo Plus Gold.
Alright. And ang sagot naman ng I saw the last game na very exciting yung mga matches ng ang dalawa ng Selena. Hopefully, I can see that we'll be able to see the same action we'll be able to see the same level of aggression as well on the side of Team Axa QT for this match. Now that you have all of these heroes in play, and now that you have your brainy good drafting, let's watch this before we move into the action.
Basta home and kitchen appliances, Tough Mama. Magaan ang buhay with Tough Mama. Tough Mama. Masaya ang pamilya with Tough Mama. Tough Mama. Nobody's tough like Mama.
By the way, Jimmy, this is
Hi.
Hello.
ano nga pa pangalan nito?
May nakalimutan ka ba?
Good memory makes a difference. Memo Plus Gold, pure and natural bako pamonyera. Lamang ang brainy good.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Memo Plus Gold ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Hop movers, biyahe, delivery, panalo sa Hop Movers, extra kita at savings sa backloading delivery, asenso ang negosyo sa Hop Movers, safe ang kargamento sa Hop Movers.
Sa Hop Movers, up to 50% dagdag kita kada biyahe. Up to 30% savings for senders on backloading.
Asenso ang negosyo sa Hop Movers, safe ang kargamento sa Hop Movers.
Hop on sa Hop.
Alright, we're now into the action and we're moving to our standard 1-3-1 on the side of Requiem. However, Selena now here, ready to take down this jungler right here. They're moving on to an interesting 1-2-1. Or actually, 1-3-1 with one roaming around here. I want to see the action down here because it's the Atlas and the Brody who are taking on this carry instead. While up top, it is the X-Borg who's facing up the Uranus. Down here in the middle lane, you can see the Caldita facing off against these three. The Hylos, this that's the Valir, I believe. And of course, the Caldita is just really defending. Parang hold lang on into his lane. Looking now at the bottom lane, Team Axa really wants to be aggressive. Now invading the enemy jungle. Of course, they're just not letting, I think they're just not letting this carry take the opportunity to take that jungle creep. Now looking at the top lane, the Uranus is looking down low. However, at any point in time, alam mo naman natin na syempre ang bida nagpapabugbog sa simula, no? So that's exactly what Uranus is doing right now. Taking a few hits in exchange for that extra regen na he needs. Hylos now showing his fangs right here na, oops, we're not gonna let you have your way. Alam namin na gusto nyo tong gold buff right here. We're not going to give it to you. Instead, we're going to support him instead, not giving opportunity. Look at the top lane. Instead, nasa out, it's the Selena and the Uranus trying on the X-Borg. Armor niya. However, he's still alive and kicking. Not much happening there. The Gusion now down, looking down bot. 3-on-2. However, no initiations coming on there, and each will be able to take a gold buff, no problem. However, taking a look at the situation, it is now pretty even on both sides. Bro,
look at this.
Stun, separate the Atlas, creating more space, more time actually for the Brody to come on out. That was so close. Nice save, Atlas. Now this Brody will have to recall back home in order to regen, because anytime, point in time, pwedeng pumasok yung Hylos. Alam naman natin na sobrang tank niya, and with the help of the carry, they can instantly burst them on down. However, mukhang may ibang balak si Selena up top. It's already 3-on-1. Uranus on his own. The Valir not actually waiting on that cushion, but instead, nope, they will just move on out and continue laning. Now moving on to the 2-on-2 action down here below, you can see the Hylos and the carry now being supported by the Atlas and the Brody. Brody now looking for targets. Wala sumuko, we weren't able to see that right in the middle. First blood brought to you by Tough Mama. It was the Calvita who takes down the Valir. However, Gusion will now fire back, taking on down that Calvita. What an exchange right there, a mage for a mage. But then that kill, of course, went to the Gusion, which of course nakita natin last game. Sobrang explosive, sobrang taas ng damage na binibigay ng assassin players na ito. At any point in time, they could just burst on down, and that you're giving him an early head start, which could be very problematic. Now looking at the lanes, go ahead.
Look at, may na-observe lang ako na very interesting, na gusto ko talaga ipasok kanina pa. Ang expected ko sa Selena is like, siya yung roaming. But, look at this. This is really interesting. Kasi si Selena yung pinag-jungle nila, and this is kind of new for me. I mean, kaya naman niya, but this is gonna be another gameplay na pinapakita ng Requiem dito. But I'm expecting a lot more na pwedeng bumawi dito ang Aksa Cuties, during their drafts.
Oo nga, no? That's actually interesting. And yun nakita ko na he picked up the Selena picked up the Retribution. Kinuha niya yung early buffs here ng Purple. And yun nga talaga yung ginawa niya. Siya yung inassign nila mag-jungle, no? Tapos nag-1-2-1, nag-1-1-2 sila. I actually wanted to ask, viable ba yun in this current meta?
Anything that can clear up jungle fast is really viable. Selena with the spam of abyssal traps. Yun yung silbi ng traps niya, not for vision but for jungle clearance. Doon, magiging viable siya for jungle, and then malakas din naman ang damage output ng Selena, and that will work. Look at
and
this.
Just like that, the Gusion is able to take on the turtle, however, at the cost of another hero, and it's actually 2-for-1 trade right there. That turtle takedown brought to you by Tough Mama, and instead another one will be taken down. This konti na lang, borrowed time lang tong Calvita na to, and the X-Borg now on a killing spree takes him down instead. However, things are not looking good on the side of... Actually, things are still pretty much equal. Gusion coming on in and jumping on down. Assassin taking down Assassin. Of course, both of them being assassin junglers. Very interesting for us to see. You did mention a while ago na, interesting nga. Normally, you do see a Selena na very aggressive play, but instead, ginawa nilang jungle. I want to ask more about that, and I want to see maybe the only way na we can see kung effective talaga siya if we see the end of the match. Of course, that tower takedown brought to you by Hop Movers, and that Gusion works well with this Valir in order to finally take that one down. Can we see a Selena trying to take on another arrow right there? Nope, nothing happens. Let's move on to the bottom lane where it looks like things are progressing forward. You can already see that the side of Requiem, pinapalibot na po nila itong Brody tsaka itong Atlas. However, we all know that the Atlas, my health is Kalita. However, down from the top lane, however, not as low as I thought it would be, but instead that Gusion makes it work. 1, 2, 3, and it goes down. Very dangerous because they are currently fighting underneath the tower, and actually not under the tower. The nangyayari that is hindi napapunish ang Gusion for any of the dives that he's currently making. And so even though they were able to take it down, hindi mo push forward ang rest of the initiation. We can see, Gusion takes on down the Atlas instead. That could have happened earlier if instead hinintay niya, but instead move forward siya and the rest of the team just takes down that tower instead. Tower takedown brought to you by Hop Movers. 4-on-2 because the rest of the team wasn't able to really move into place at that point in time. And ang backup niya medyo slow kasi they were nag-recall pa sila back to the tower and they walked into the tower pa, onto that lane rather. And wala silang gawa because that Gusion was really coming in hot the entire time. Now,
Grabe talaga, no?
Oo.
I mean, grabe yung efficiency ni Gusion dito. Sa sobrang likot din ng hero na to compared to Selena. Tignan mo yung level niya. He's now currently level 10 in par compared to sa Selena ng kabilang team. Grabe yung disadvantage na binibigay dito ng Requiem eh. Kasi they don't want this Selena to come online and then kasi alam nila na pwedeng maging potential threat ng Selena kapag napag-burst damage to eh. So I think they're doing really well just to shut Selena down. And kita mo naman compared to Nina, mas nakakapunto sa sila dito. Kasi alam na nila kung ano yung nila dito, kung ano yung galawan ng Requiem dito, but I think mas maganda pa rin yung pinapakita rito ng Requiem in terms of zoning out.
They were able to take down the Gary was actually able to take on and they were able to take down this tower right here at the same time. Tinitignan ko rin yung pakbakan sa taas. However, it is actually Axa Cuties who gained the advantage in the tower trade right there because mas nauna sila and they were able to take out another hero as well with them. And mas na-force out nila ang tower exchange better. So I think nagpa-fight back pa po si Axa Cuties, it is not the end for them. Kahit 70, pero look at that damage from that Gusion. That Atlas out of nowhere, nag-half down, was able to brought down the half and double kill for the Gusion. Grabe ang burst damage na to. Tama ka nga, level 12 na tong Gusion na to. And on the other side, si Selena, level 8 pa lang. That 4 level takedown, 4 level this is not worth it. Hindi sila godlike now. Diba yun? Yung damage na yun. Parang nag-jump in sa burst damage on out. And I am now seeing the Lancelot. The Lancelot in the form of this Gusion. Talagang ang mobility in the form of burst damage is exactly displaying kung ano yung pinakita niya kanina, ginagawa na niya ulit. Every single arrow comes out and he all. Pero just like that, Kaldita down from full life down to 1/3 just under 1. That is absolutely crazy. Grabe ang damage out of the door. Hylos goes down before down the tower. Gusion speaks on that legendary now. However, it was shut down because nakasim sila under the 2 towers. However, that's giving more time for the carry and the Valier to take down the middle tower. And with the export coming back online, kaka-respond nila. Will they able to take them down? Kaya na pa. 1, 2, 3, and no. The space created by that, they were able to take down that middle tower. That middle tower takedown was brought to you by Hop Movers. And just like that, Requiem was able to take down the mid under 10 minutes, now moving into the circle takedown to secure and consolidate their losses. They were able, nawala po yung Gusion, nawala yung Gusion, nawala yung Hylos, but in the end, they were able to take down the tower. Paid for that. And instead, this Gusion, parang wala na, okay, namatay ako, I'm gonna come back on in, you better be ready. Bigyan lang po ng konting brief pause, but looks like Axa Cutie has to come up with something in order for them to fight back. Vince, can you tell me, how can we, what needs to happen right now?
I mean, they need to buy more time para mag-online ng kanilang core. Pero look at this, something's happening in the bottom lane.
That's right, another hero takedown. The Gusion takes down the Brody and it is underneath the tower. So 5 of them are currently pushing into the lane, and even though the rest of the team is there, this is already moving. They just weren't enough. Stan was able to connect. However, they're not going to push through with that. They need to be defensive right now. They can't take the initiative, and both teams are currently facing off with one another while objectives are being taken. The Atlas now coming in, waiting for a good opportunity to put this ultimate, and people reach out. However, not being seen. Instead, Kaldita moves on to ultimate, and the Selena takes down the Valier. Just like that, they were able to take down the backliners over there. And now they have I think Requiem will be disengaging while Axa is going to be picking scraps, trying to take whatever form of experience or gold that they can from the rest of the lanes. But take a look, all of their towers are almost all of their towers are down. I don't know where they can come down to get experience or gold because grabe ang oppression na binibigay ni Requiem. Bring it on to Axis, trying to rise just like that. Fusion comes in, pinners down ng Uranus, although the Uranus was already down low all the time. Now the rest of the team under the tower, are they waiting for them to jump in? Siyempre, kasi sila at any point in time, kung mastan sila, papasok ng rest of the team, kung pumasok ang Fusion, at any point in time, pwede sila i-latch on and mag-burst down ulit. Now they're trying to cut down the Stalita, but instead, no, let's work on the down, out. And the Hylos takes down the Atlas just like that. Fusion bursts down. No, instead it's actually the Brody who takes down the Atlas carry. Just right there, taking down another hero, and looks like under 11 minutes they'll be moving on. Sorry, under 12 minutes they're moving on to this final hour.
Grabe, sunod-sunod talaga yung onslaught ko. I mean, pinapakita dito ng Requiem that there is no room for Axis to farm up dahil they're just doing the cleanup very properly. Baka pinapasok na nila yung base nila, kumakatok na yung half movers para isa-isahin ang mga gamit nila dito at yung mga tower nila dito, kumbaga. But I think kaya pa naman lumaban dito ng Axa Cuties kasi they just need a proper team fight na pwede magpabaliktad kasi viable naman si Gusion eh, kahit mabilis at masakit si Gusion, napipitas naman nila, but they have to consider the other team na meron siya kasi si Hylos is there and then sobrang kunat nito and then something's happening in the middle lane.
That's right, so the Atlas is now coming on in and kinakalaban ng X-Mark. However, the Fusion is also stopped up. Of course, Brighter come on down. Nice ultimate coming in from Atlas. However, the rest of the team now use the ultimate X-Mark now moving on, bringing on the damage in the pain. However, Atlas goes down. The counter-attack from the side of Requiem where they take down 3 for nothing and now they're just cleaning up Ox. You weren't able to see that the carry was able to take down one more. Instead, the entire team was wiped out. It looks like they don't want the Lord anymore. Instead, they just want to go for the GG push. And this is it. Mukhang it is it for them. Nobody can stand in their way. And looks like that is it for the second series of today. Congratulations to our winners. Congratulations, Team Requiem, cleaning that up 2-0. Axa Cuties, better luck next time. Don't worry, it's not the end for you yet. Kasi dito sa WIC Open, double eliminations po tayo. So they'll have another chance. Team Axa Cuties will drop down to the lower bracket and they'll have to claw their way up all the way to the finals if they want a second chance at Requiem. Hopefully, we may be able to see a second match. But if not, then congratulations, Requiem. Good luck further.
Yeah, sobrang ganda nung laban kanina, no? Makita mo naman na sobrang objective wise talaga dito ng Team Requiem dahil they know kung ano ang kanilang dapat puntiryahin dito. Aside from letting Gusion farm up, nag-scale siya ng sobra-sobra. Grabe yung damage na pinakita niya leading to those 12 kills. Although malambot niya lang si Gusion compared to the Lancelot kanina ni Kick. But I think Gusion did a pretty solid job, and that deserves him a brainy good MVP brought to you by Memo Plus Gold.
Sorry. One more time, sino po ang MVP natin?
Si Gusion.
I'm now receiving word kasi na si Gusion, apparently, si Kip, na gumagamit na, Gusion main pala talaga siya. Hindi siya gumagamit. Si Lancelot pang ano lang niya. Ang talagang main niya, itong si Gusion. So, they were really keeping their cards. However, nung binan out si Ling, binan out si Lancelot, I guess wala siyang choice to bring it on. And apparently, Gusion main pala siya.
Amazing. Kumbaga, parang sa baraha lang yan. No? You have to keep your cards up. At kapag wala ka na dapat ilabas at na-block ka na ng kalaban, you have to play your trump cards right. And then, in this game, sabi nga nila, Gusion main, ipasok natin ng Gusion and let's end this game with a 2-0. For Requiem. Kick, napaganda, good job. Pretty good MVP of the night. Well played.
Well played. Now, of course, that is it for our matches for today. However, Direk, can you show us up on screen ang next event schedule natin? So para hindi sa mga hindi nakakaalam at para sa mga kakasali lang po, hindi pa tapos, tapos na ang laban natin for today. However, ang WIC Open will be going on all the way up until November 30. And ulit, ang next match natin ay bukas na po. Bukas na po at 8 o'clock. Ang kalaban po natin ay si Team Yellow and Orange versus Chef Irish Online Kitchen. Wow, pareho silang nag-bake. So feeling ko parang Master Chef chef laban to eh. Ano ba to? Food Wars yata to eh.
Food Wars.
Yellow and Orange.
Shokugeki.
Yan po ang expect natin pero hindi po chef laban ang match natin. Mag-move over on to Mobile Legends po and bukas nyo po makikita. Alongside that, ang next laban natin will be Power Edge Esports versus Master of Whatever. We're now going to be seeing these four face off tomorrow. So make sure you watch it right here tomorrow, 8 p.m. all the way until 10. So ganun po. Actually, one of the other things I also want to say is, again, if you guys want to watch these matches, make sure you follow the World Impact Communications. Mag-notify na po kayo, like the page, para alam nyo kagad kailan po ang next match ng WIC Open.
Amazing talaga makita natin dito. I am looking forward for day number 4, which is going to be tomorrow. Kasi 3 days pa lang nakakalipas and we're seeing some intense action. So tomorrow will not disappoint us. Feeling ko ito na yun. Gut feeling ko. Ang ganda nung simula natin. Siguro the hype will continue to rise at makita natin na magtatapat-tapat yung mga best natin sa darating na playoffs anytime soon. So I am really looking forward for tomorrow's matches.
Out early kasi pag nag-sign out tayo ng maaga, dadating yung next matches bukas na mas maaga din. So with that, we'll be saying our goodbyes and be signing off here. Once again, my name is Percy, alongside Vince G. Make sure you follow us on our socials. And of course, we'll be casting some of these matches, so better watch out for that. Thank you, of course, to World Impact Communications and to M Gamer for making all of this possible. We'll catch you again right here on the WIC Open 2020 tomorrow. See you then.
See you.
By the way, Jimmy, this is
Hi.
Hello.
Ano nga pa pangalan nito?
May nakalimutan ka ba?
Good memory makes a difference. Memo Plus Gold, pure and natural bako pamonyera. Lamang ang brainy good.
Pahalagang paalala, ang Memo Plus Gold ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Basta home and kitchen appliances. Tough Mama! Magaan ang buhay with Tough Mama. Tough Mama! Masaya ang pamilya with Tough Mama. Tough Mama! Nobody's tough like Mama.
Hop movers, biyahe, delivery, panalo sa Hop Movers, extra kita at savings, sa backloading delivery, asenso ang negosyo, sa Hop Movers, safe ang kargamento, sa Hop Movers.
Sa Hop Movers, up to 50% dagdag kita kada biyahe. Up to 30% savings for senders on backloading.
Asenso ang negosyo, sa Hop Movers, safe ang kargamento, sa Hop Movers.
Hop on sa Hop Movers. Visit hopmovers.com now.